fucker, Adam 22. You know a couple famous niggas, nigga, whoop-de-doo. You hit a bitch that I hit, nigga, good for you. I feel like Tupac, I chase the bag, cause that's what niggas do. I had to let the bro fucker, Adam 22. You know a couple famous niggas, nigga, whoop-de-doo. You hit a bitch that I hit, nigga, good for you. I feel like Tupac, I chase the bag, cause that's what niggas do. Baller nigga, bet on me and hit that parlay. I'm invested like a co-star on Shark Tank. Peel a roof all the way back and let her stargaze. Relax, nigga, or fuck around and learn the hard way. Huh? Young bag getter. My mama said slow down, that high key I laughed at her. A nigga fucking with them pounds, I'm an avid hashtagger. She wanna kiss before we fuck, baby, you got it ass backwards. Huh? Who gon' love me when my shoes ain't worth a slice of pizza? My damn bitch don't play about me, I call her Sharkeisha. Bands to make her dance for me like a ballerina. You want that verse to really hit, then pay me for the feature. I had to let the bro fucker, Adam 22. You know a couple famous niggas, nigga, whoop-de-doo. You hit a bitch that I hit, nigga, good for you. I feel like Tupac, I chase the bag, cause that's what niggas do. I had to let the bro fucker, Adam 22. You know a couple famous niggas, nigga, whoop-de-doo. You hit a bitch that I hit, nigga, good for you. I feel like Tupac, I chase the bag, cause that's what niggas do. I've been chilly chasing daily, finna lose my bitch the right way. Dog food hit so hard it made him stop breathing sideways. It ain't my fault these night crawlers can't accept that they lightweight. Love and money made me risk my freedom every other Friday. That bitch lost it, then she got it back like Ice Spice. She loves sucking on my neck like this Twilight. Let's make a movie and then analyze the highlights. That pussy unbelievable, I think we made a sci-fi. I had to let the bro fucker, Adam 22. You know a couple famous niggas, nigga, whoop-de-doo. You hit a bitch that I hit, nigga, good for you. I feel like Tupac, I chase the bag, cause that's what niggas do. I had to let the bro fucker, Adam 22. You know a couple famous niggas, nigga, whoop-de-doo. You hit a bitch that I hit, nigga, good for you. I feel like Tupac, I chase the bag, cause that's what niggas do.
See something, another me, hell, nah, there ain't gon' be one. You know a real motherfucker when you see one. Shit knock, make your ass do the rerun. Come on down, I'm tryna see something. Another me, hell, nah, there ain't gon' be one. You know a real motherfucker when you see one. Shit knock, make your ass do the rerun. Hey, hey, 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 do the rerun. You can't deny it, y'all some dick riders. Can't nobody fuck with me. I'm from the big badass NV. Signed to the almighty CTC. That's probably why they hatin', but it ain't Nathan to a G-I-A-N-T. I'm smooth as ever even when I'm off key. That's probably why homegirl chose me. But January she was fucking with the adversaries. February pussy sent one to the cemetery. By March she was honing into April. May, June, and July she became somebody payroll. Used to look like J-Lo. Now she look like Pedro. Stale and she pale off the Yale with Mateo. August and September. She probably don't remember. Do October and November. Ho 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 and in December.
Ballin' on these fools like I'm D1. Feel like I'm playing with my sons like I'm LeBron. They think they got me in the scope like it's recon. I got these blessings cause I'm sowing what I'm reaping. Reaping what I'm sowing.
And I'ma kill it. I stay in the mouth just like a dentist late night. But ain't no telling when we gon' be finished. Front line, and we gon' see the battle of the streets. 100 freaks, 100 cheeks, they always twerking on my meat. I'm a savage. I stay with a little fucking stallion with a wagon. And she gon' ride this dick just like a carriage. I ain't average. King with the freaks, and you know I live in a palace. So much buns, I'ma need another salad.
I got what you need to free your mind.
Yo, what's poppin'? CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast. What's good? My name is the Holy Lord Sanctus, God of the Coast. As you can see, I haven't got my lights yet. I'm still working on the lights, but y'all can hear me. If y'all can hear me, drop a plug in the chat. We got another good episode for you today. Gerald Purify, what's good? Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. We have another fantastic episode for you today. We're going to be, of course, playing 805 hip-hop and R&B, but a lot going on in the news, man. Charlie Kirk, right-wing political pundit, he was popped on camera, y'all, and that is all the internet is talking about right now. So, of course, we got to chime in. We definitely want to review your music. So if you're an artist in the chat and you want us to play some of your songs, let us know. It's $5 Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. We'd be happy to do it. Jody, what's good? Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Ashley21, what's good? Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Before we get started, I also want to remind you we just dropped a brand new blog written by CC Mars, man. Shout out to CC Mars for wanting to extend her journalism to connect the coast. So go check out the latest blog about the history of 805 music. It's up right now. If you're a member, you can check that out. You can also be a free member to see it, but you have to be a member. So connect.club, that's CONNXCT.club to check out CC's new blog. And we're going to be posting her blogs as every time she says this one. So and if you're a writer out there and you want to be part of Collect the Coast journalism team, then just let us know. We'd be happy to post your material as well. Don't forget, Cav just dropped a new song featuring the name Uno. It's called Cheeks. That's also available at our website, connect.club. You feel what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm gonna play a song. I'm gonna play a snippet of a song, so it's not gonna be too long. And I'm gonna bring my co-host up, and we're gonna get to it, man. We're gonna get right into it. Yeah.
Me in the city is wifed up. When I'm outside, they get hyped up. Tell all these rappers to pipe down. They upset they ain't doing it like us. Diamonds is dancing like Mike Jack. You see all of my fingers is iced up. Pack up these niggas in zigzags and I light them up and get high as fuck. Niggas claim they got all the sticks, but they rolling around with their safety on. Funny niggas, they comedians. They be wildin' out, call them Atheon. Shift key niggas all cap. They ain't on the shit that they say they on. Top 2 and I'm not 2, motherfucker. I feel like I'm Babytron. Yeah, I'm the king of the universe. Feel like I'm Babytron. Emperor of the universe. Feel like I'm Babytron. Yeah, feel like I'm Babytron. Top 2 and I'm not 2. Thank God that I'm not you, motherfucker.
Yes, sir. What's poppin', y'all?
What's signing?
How y'all feeling?
Oh man, I'm small.
Good. I see Bobby No Style in the chat. Bam Bambala in the chat. What's good? Ford in the chat. What's good? Gravel Stone Music in the chat. What is good? Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Man, y'all been checking the news? Y'all been seeing the news?
Come on, you know it. Who ain't seen it?
I
I was always taught though, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all.
feel that, but we on a talk show today, so we gotta say something. We gotta say something. That's what the whole internet talking about. We gotta say something now. What that is, it might be different for each one of us. But first of all, if you're not aware, Charlie Kirk is a far right wing political pundit. You know, he doesn't have much nice to say about minorities. Very, very staunch gun advocate, MAGA through and through, Zionist through and through. And he was at a rally today, I want to say in Utah. And
the University at Utah at that.
University of Utah.
Can we call later on? Before you continue, my bad. That's a question. Later on, while we get our topics out, can we call Carter?
Is he? Yeah, I'm down.
I'll text him. See if he's available.
Yeah, for sure. Mixed Dojo in the chat, Bambala in the chat, Bam Bambala in the chat, and Bobby No Style with an emoji that I can't see. Unfortunately, I don't know why my computer's not showing it, but
it's a salute.
Okay, we appreciate that. We appreciate the salute. Yeah. So he was shot in the neck on camera, and you could see it. It's like an execution. Like I was in a group text with my friends earlier today, and they were talking about it, which ultimately led me saying something crazy to my family's group text. So I got to deal with that after I get off here, because I thought I was saying it to my friends and I was saying it to my family. So I'm sure I just started a whole bunch of shit, and I'll tell y'all about that later. but I didn't realize he had died. But after I saw the video, I was like, oh, ain't no way he's surviving that. Like the way his neck slumped over, I was like, yo, there ain't no way.
He slumped over. His neck exploded.
Yeah, facts.
He slumped. So the first scene is just this, bam, and then slump. And then, so I'm on the phone with my cousin. My cousin said, hey, cuz, go to Twitter. I go to Twitter. I see it from far away. Then cuz send me the up close shot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
that's the money shot.
It's the instant bang, blood, slump.
Yeah. And the degree that his neck fell over, it was like way more than a human's neck could sustain. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know how drafts be doing this with their neck? That's what his neck was like.
You know what? I guess before we get too deep on what I guess there ain't, I mean, I don't really have nothing to say. I guess I'll just say this and then you can voice y'all opinions or whatever, because I'm going to be real quiet on this. Because I'm going to be real. I live under a rock. So I just found out about this nigga today. Like, Bill just called me. I got a quick little 7-minute synopsis on the man real quick before we started the pod. So I don't really have too much to say on it. All I'll say is be mindful of things that you preach, because you never know if those things that you preach be the reason why you are no longer here. And then I will say, no matter what side you believe in, or like what he was a good person or a bad person, it's kind of like how I feel about Hulk Hogan. It's like, well, Hulk Hogan's a little different, right? Because he didn't like die like in front of everybody. But like, it's like kind of how I feel is like, at the end of the day, this is a man with family, with kids, and people that love him. So regardless of what you may personally feel about him, I be seeing jokes on Twitter and I'm like, oh, these niggas is talking absolutely crazy. So I don't believe in the negativity that's going around, regardless of where I stand politically or whatever. So I just think that we should be more sympathetic as a people.
I feel that. Big Mike, where do you stand with this?
Man, you got to be careful what you speak into existence, bro. Last words was out of his mouth was gang violence.
Facts. Yeah. To add more context to what Mike is saying, they were asking him like about mass shootings, like how does he feel about mass shootings, and he said the last words he said was, well, should I include gang violence? Are we including gang violence? And then pow, he was popped. And the reason that that's significant is because he is known for being he said things like gun deaths are worth the being able to defend the Second Amendment, basically. So like, as long as we get to have our gun rights, then he's cool with people dying. And now he's one of those statistics, which is insane. Look who we have on the stage. Graham.
Listen, ever elusive, never duplicated.
Like, let me get mine off. The thing about it, like where I sit from, bro, like I knew who he was. I know what he speaks, but I've always been like, the way I live my life, man, that's you talking. That you have to stand behind that. That's what you're doing. So like, I gave him 2 thoughts of where I sit in my life and taking care of my child and teaching my youngins that fuck with me, being an affiliate of what I do, or what I be mindful to say on here, right? So the thing about it is, yes, I'm never the one to glorify anybody's death. You know, a wife lost her husband, 2 kids lost their father, right? But at the same time, everybody talking about be mindful. Nobody was ever telling him to be mindful when he was online speeching his hate.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Like, that's it right there for me. That's it right there. When he's talking all that racist shit, nobody gives a fuck about the families he's affecting when he's saying that shit. Nobody cares at all. It's only, it's crazy. So
like, I've always told a person, bro, you can never tell another person how they supposed to feel about disrespect. So to the people that's online speaking their truth, you'll never see straight legs no chase. Oh, like, oh yeah, he died, well he did it. But like, I just don't involve myself or tell another person what they shouldn't say, because when nobody checking him on what he was saying.
No.
And it's it's a shock value to see him lose his life. It's a real shock. When the last time we seen an assassination on live like that?
Yeah.
Well, I disagree. I mean, I disagree with that sentiment. Now, it's not as loud. I mean, that's why he's brought to colleges. Like, more clips is going around with him arguing with college students, with them protesting about stand, and people on Twitter doing that. Now, is it as loud? No, but that doesn't. I think that point kind of put a halo over. To me, it puts a halo over, like, making an excuse for the nigga getting killed. Like, regardless if you would do it or regardless if that affects you in any way, if the death doesn't or him being alive doesn't. But I do like to say that people are against him out loud. Like, that's like saying if niggas weren't against Trump for doing the ISIS shit. Like, niggas' voice is just probably not as loud as that nigga. Now, was a nigga that was on his same level like me talking against him? No, probably not. But that doesn't mean that the world wasn't. I don't like that notion. But I do agree with you for sure.
I'll let Graham get off before I respond. Go ahead, Graham. And welcome.
What's the question?
We're just talking about the Charlie Kirk situation, and I'm kind of trying to highlight the irony of just his speech, and then how, I think his speech was fully realized in his death today. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think to me the bigger story is about how when you are allowed to perpetrate this type of violence, it always comes home to roost. Always, in my opinion. And I think that this is one of those examples, but I'd love to just get your perspective on it overall.
I mean, I feel bad for his kids. I really do. Like, I think someone lost their dad today. I think that this is one of those cases where just two things can be true at once. I agree with you. I think that if you speak violently and you speak violence into the world, eventually violence will come knock at your doorstep. Whether that's fair, justified, okay, or not, it doesn't really matter. I just think that, like, we've all known enough people who run around talking grimy until they get punched in the face. Unfortunately, his punch in the face came in the form of a bullet, right? Yeah. And that's unfortunate for his kids. I don't think his kids have any ownership over what their dad was saying, but I also think that we can't solve our problems by shooting them. It's not going to work. There's not enough bullets to kill an idea. You have to just deal with talking to it until it becomes no longer palatable to the person. And that takes generations to do. And we can't even get through an episode of Alien Earth without having an argument.
But that's why I disagree with Uno in the sense of that, like, to me, it matters whose voice was the loudest, because he was rewarded for speaking hatefully. He was constantly elevated at every single turn. He was funded by billionaires at every single turn because of his hateful speech, because of his love for guns. You feel what I'm saying? Like, whether it's right or wrong, how I feel about it, I'm excluding how I feel about it. But like, his speech, there's a direct correlation for how much hate he spewed, how much of a troll he was, to how much support he got. And that doesn't happen on the other side.
Though?
I'm saying that it matters.
What you're saying is if the Democrats were supporting him and they weren't. So I'm confused.
No. I'm not talking about Republican or Democrat. I'm talking about money.
Right, I'm talking about the stance of opposite. I'm talking about that doesn't matter. That's because he's a Republican. I don't necessarily sure if we want to go with his stance of what is his hate would make him popular, but there's always the opposite. There's the evil and there's the light. So the light doesn't always, just like negativity is louder than the positivity, you're going to always respond to somebody that hates. There's a million niggas that say your pictures are fire. You came on the show yesterday and talked about the one bitch that made a comment, never about the people that supported those things. So that doesn't mean that the loudness is heightened in the positiveness. It's heightened to you. And that's just how the
no, to
world
me, that's
operates.
the reason that's a moot argument is because my pictures are not affecting policy that's affecting people's lives. His speech is affecting people's lives. His words go directly to Republican politicians that make policies based on his audience. So there is no comparison. And that's why it does matter, because his speech was rewarded every single time, and his proximity to power got closer every time he was elevated. And there is not that equity on the left side. You feel what I'm saying? Like there isn't that balance.
Republicans are in the world are of power of the world at the moment. He is this a conversation? Not him dying, but the people putting money in the pocket.
Of course, this is a conversation because yes, because the people that are putting money in his pockets are the gun lobby that are paying him to say how great guns are, and then he gets shot in the neck by a sniper rifle. So yeah, absolutely, it matters. Like that's my point. Is more about the things he chose to talk about and how it affected, I mean, ultimately his life. Ford says prayers to his kids. They got to live with the picture of their dad dying and that video out there forever. I mean, yo, it is what it is. He was talking about trans shooters, but the trans shooter was right wing. You feel what I'm saying? So the trans shooter was a Nazi. Bobby No Style says, if you live by the gun, you may die by it. That's a fact. Big Time Bake in the chat. Thank you for joining. He said, nigga got kablammered. Saucy just joined. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Big Time Bake says, last words out of his mouth was gang violence. Sheesh. That's a fact. Ford says, word. Big Time says, that's not enough bullets to kill an idea. Talk that talk. Traps just joined and says, peace to the chat. Top Duke Shelf just joined, and Ford says, I ain't getting paid by NRA, but I'm for gun rights. Need more mental checks too, though. Yeah, and that's my thing. Like, I don't give a fuck about guns, but I definitely believe that people should have the right to have guns. I'm not saying all guns should be gone. What he was not in favor of, like, every time there was a school shooting, he'd go as far as to call it a false flag, or he'd just say that any kind of checks and balances, any kind of gun regulation was an infringement on the Second Amendment, which is just not true. Like, most people are like Ford, like they believe in gun rights, but they believe in like basic common sense gun safety laws. And he was one of those people that did not like that. And like said, and he was paid to say that any kind of gun regulation was an infringement on the Second Amendment, and this is where that
So it sounds like your point of view was it's okay for the nigga to get shot.
No. My point of view is that
that's what I'm kind of hearing.
My point of view is that I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised by it. That's my point of view. Okay, I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just not at all surprised by it.
If I may, I've been having this thought, and it's kind of why along with moving and everything else being fucked up in life, I've been kind of off the air for a minute. I don't know that I agree anymore that any monolith is actually a thing. Like you were talking about a trans shooter who was right-wing Republican and practically a Nazi. Like that was not on my bingo card.
Yeah,
right?
That's new. That's
new. Like no one's ever done that before. But I also think that like the idea that any side of the political spectrum is inoculated against violence is just, that idea is out the window. Like I just think that we as a society have to decide. And like the idea, by the way, that like liberals haven't made billions of dollars off violence. I mean, what do you think half of the movies that came out in the 90s were? It was like, let's blow some shit up and make some money. All right, great. And did that have an impact on people? Of course it does. You can't watch like really horrible violence over and over again and not be impacted by it because your brain
or play war.
Right. 100%. And I think that like, I worry about that for us because when do we get to the talking part of this? Like, the
reason that we're unique is because everybody around the world plays video games and watches violent movies. We are the unique place that's drowning in guns and also drowning in gun deaths. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so to me, like, and where do you start the conversation with like, to me, the worst invention in the world is the occupation of like the job of being a shit poster and a troll. That is like that kind of has been the downfall of society, because that's kind of what Charlie Kirk and all of his slop tubers, that's what they kind of are. Like,
let's just have licenses for social media, dude. Like, you
I
have
mean,
to have for your car.
we damn near need that, because you can't have a conversation if one side's only goal is to trigger the other side. How do you start that conversation? You know what I'm saying? And like, and most people's basis of a conversation, most people's like baseline is whoever gets triggered first loses the conversation, loses the debate. That's not a real conversation, and that's kind of how everybody thinks. It's like whoever gets triggered loses, and that's just, I don't know.
You know, a nigga's a family member of a murder victim, bro. So I really didn't even want to go deep into this shit, because like this shit, it's different. It's different when something's taken away from you like that. But you know, I say shit motherfuckers do not agree with. Motherfuckers don't agree with the way I may walk and talk and carry myself, or how I put straight lace, no chase. Do I deserve to die about it? I have accepted a whole life of what I may die behind. So I see it for what it is, bro. And the conversation itself is, motherfuckers are so insensitive to whatever goes on, just like he was insensitive. So we can talk here to his blue in the face. Did he deserve to lose his life for his speech? No. Because if that's the case, there's a million more motherfuckers we should get out the way.
Yeah, but to me, I don't think the question is did he deserve it. I just think, again, it's more so like it's an inevitable thing. Like, it sounds like he might have been like you. It sounds like he might have been okay with the consequences. He said many times, like, I'm okay with gun deaths as long as we have the right to bear arms.
Yeah, but deaths happen that aren't inevitable. Like, deaths happened through gun violence that aren't through people that speak that. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about. All I know is that my stance is always the same, and that's always about the better movement of society and the better movement of people and the better movement of individuals. And for us, we're here to be each other's brother keeper and to love one another. So I don't understand just because of disagreements that we decide to take extreme action, and that, I mean, you just killed yourself as well. Like, the nigga that just shot him is now, his life's in prison for the rest of his life as well, and you didn't really change anything.
If they catch him.
Yeah, it's Utah, bro. They ain't prison at all. Like, they catch him, he's gonna fall down the stairs on the way.
They caught the nigga that shot the president in a more secluded spot. They gonna catch this nigga. Everybody was sitting down. Like, I don't know. I'm not worried about the nigga getting caught, my brother. They caught Luigi ass, and that nigga wasn't wearing nothing. That nigga was that you didn't see that nigga's skin, and they caught that nigga. They gonna catch somebody. So I'm not worried about that shit.
Away already. Like, this shit is crazy to me, bro. But I don't know. I just have a whole different outlook on life, bro. There was that one time, bro, like even before me and the Lord met, nigga, I was running and gunning, bro. The shit I got inked in my flesh, I have really put it in my mind, nigga. I have taken this oath to this neighborhood, and this is what it is, nigga. I'm doing time behind walls. I'm thugging. I'm talking about thugging. I should be dead 10 times over, but the grace of God, right? So when a nigga slow down like I have now, right, and I don't involve myself now, at that time I wouldn't have cared. I would not have cared about nothing. Like, nigga, this is what it is. This is how I'm living. Nigga, I'm out here bringing the pain. And if a nigga, my motto was always this: I respect the gang banging. I just hope a nigga respect it when it's my turn, right? So that was the mentality. It goes back to what the Lord was saying, that what he has said. Because I have watched him get bigger, bigger, and bigger. You know what I'm saying? Like, going to these colleges. So when the way he was moving, I would think he would have way better security like that. Because I also seen another social media dude come on today and say, like, these people have these death threats against them all the time, right? And to see, and it's just the shock value to see somebody be assassinated on live like that is really have the world like, what the fuck happened to this?
This is the argument for gun control, Mike. Like, you can't stop someone. Yeah. It doesn't matter how good your security is. If someone is determined to hurt you and they got a gun in their hand, they'll figure it out, you know?
Yeah, and like, I was going to say, we be forgetting about history. We be forgetting about history. Every single, like, there's been multiple assassinations publicly. Like, yeah, social media recently, we haven't seen it with our eyes, but nigga, we had to watch Miss Kennedy scooped blood brains off her shirt. Like we've seen.
I mean, we see it all the
like,
time. It just hits different when it happens.
When it
happens to
Mrs. Lincoln,
right? When it happens to a God-fearing white man, it's a little different. You know, it hits a little different. I mean, we just seen a mom get her brains blown out yesterday in front of her son.
We just saw Trump get attempted assassination last year. Like we be forgetting
I didn't
shit.
see that
like,
bullet. I didn't see the bullet.
All right, we saw the nigga get shot at. We heard a kabua and some blood. Now, granted, if you think if the bullet hit the nigga or not, the nigga, he's the president of the United States and his security. What it is. Like, if I want to get you, my nigga, I'm gonna get you. Like, it don't matter what the.
But another thing that to me is like how quickly everybody is so polarized that everybody's jumping to, like, the right wing is completely jumping to the conclusion that this is a left wing extremist. When, like, first of all, left wing violence, it happens. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but like in this form, it's rare. You feel what I'm saying? But even so, like I mean. His whole audience had just recently flipped on him when he told everybody, I trust my friends about like he was one of the biggest voices about releasing the Epstein files. And then as soon as Trump was like, they're boring. Like, what are we talking about the Epstein files? And then Charlie Kirk was like, yeah, I trust Trump. Like, let's drop it.
200 yards with in a shot to the neck. I'm telling you right now, this person probably doesn't vote Democrat.
Factual. That's the first thing I thought. He's too skilled. He's too skilled.
Listen, like, we're learning about violence, but we're not very good at it.
Yeah, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. So there's a good chance that, and he was beefing with the Nazis, before he died. So there's a good chance that this was somebody on his team. You know what I'm saying? But that just speaks to how polarized we are. Tangelic rock song reviews are a little more than $5. Those are $45 since this is a hip hop channel.
I come on the show and we can't get a $5 rock song review. This is rude. I came on the show.
Oh, this is lit. Sit down. $5.
Yeah, I gotta pay Graham, bro. I gotta pay Graham. You know, we all gotta eat.
Pay Graham, so tax a nigga 400%.
Come on, you know the white man increases the property value. You know that. You know that.
Boy, someone's not keeping up with my struggles.
But, I'm desensitized to violence. I'm just looking at everybody else, how they reacted to, like, motherfuckers.
Yeah, but you're not desensitized to a 400% increase.
Hey, Graham, you already know what time it is. All money in. But yeah, man. I ain't gonna over talk it, but like on my point earlier is, man, when you invite that shit into your life, you invite it fully into your life. I think that's, I had got sidetracked when we talked about something else. That's what I was trying to say, man. So when I was living my life a certain type of way, I knew what it was, bro. I knew what it was. I knew what this shop brought to my table, and I was so lost in the sauce and gone at a young age and feeling power hungry in and out the joint. Word had influence. Can't nobody tell me shit, right? I knew what it brought to me. There was some late nights when a nigga would not cry himself to sleep, but be in his feelings like, bro, this shit could end at any day. You know how you living, bro. You know what I'm saying? Talking to myself, like, Mike, you know how you living. You know this can be up at any day, right? So that's the thing I want people to understand. You invite energy into your life. You attract things into your life. You have to be mindful of what you say and do while you're on this plane, because this shit can get real Mickey at any point.
Factual.
At any point. You do not know the person that is looking at you on this screen and their mental health, and you thinking you just doing your 1-2 step. Oh, you done pissed somebody off.
Yeah, in a real way. In a real way.
Hey, there's somebody looking at me right now like, I'll kill his fat ass.
In a real way.
Some shit on Connected. I was like,
stop looking at him like that, Sanctus. He's very self-conscious.
Hey, hold on. Before you get that shit off, I got to say this. I'm over here laughing. I'm in my own world. Gang, all I'm thinking the whole time you talking is when you come to the Iceberg Lounge, I'm gonna have to block out 3 hours.
Why you block out 3 hours? What are you talking about?
You got spit, gang. You got spit.
No, I ain't tripping.
Yo, top shelf Duke says
You
facts.
don't like
Ford-
when I shoot, but when you shoot, it's all good.
No, I
You
just
shoot,
said I
it's
was
all good. But when I shoot, niggas all.
Hey, now, you know what happened right now? I just hit you with the Iverson step over. I was like,
Ford says, "I feel you, Mike, but we order now. I'm seeing life different." He says Pandora's box has been open. It's too late. Matt Aaron is in the chat. What's good? Thank you for joining. So is OG David James. Thank you for joining. Ford says the whack part is extreme rights taking this as a sign that they got to get their get back, and they're gonna take one or two of. Nigga, this is the thing. This is the problem. This is the problem. This is my problem. Niggas act like y'all have ever not y'all. I don't know where you stand for, but I'm just saying y'all in the sense of right wing. Niggas act like the right wing has ever stopped getting get back. Nigga, name me a time. Name me a time where the niggas have not been shooting bullets straight at our head, my nigga.
Don't know nothing about this. Y'all keep saying left wing, right wing. I don't know shit about that shit. What's left wing? What's right wing, nigga? I know
Democrats left wing, Democrats left wing, Republican is right wing. And the far right is the farthest right you can go is Nazi. The farthest left you can go is socialist,
Communist,
which is
not
communist. Yeah, sorry. And green, it's on the left. And there's a spectrum.
I would argue that when we talk about spectrums, though, we think of them as straight lines, and this one isn't. It's actually a U shape. The farthest left and the farthest right agree on more things than they would probably ever disagree with.
Very
and
true.
I also think that, like, if you read our country's history, like, I mean, really read it, like, I was just reading a book called Nixon Land, which is about how Nixon rose to power. And I just finished one called Reagan Land, which is all about how Reagan rose to power. There was nonstop social violence. It just wasn't in your face as much.
Yeah.
And all the news channels weren't covering everything, having like a full orgasm every time somebody got shot. But, you know, I mean, like, it was happening all the time. We've never stopped. It doesn't matter what political side you're on. Everybody just thinks their side is the good side.
Yeah, exactly. So, but
a gender can't be and maybe this is the naive. A gender can't be a side, nigga. Like, gender can't be politics.
You'd be surprised. We got time. We got time. We can make anything.
Farther left you go, trans or gay, communist. Yo, that's ridiculous. There's gay people.
Yeah,
there was just a trans Nazi shooter, so that's crazy.
Like,
that's debunked your
what
point.
we're saying. Like, I know that there is what's the word? I just said it. My bad. Gender. I know that gender is in a act, like, in religion. I mean, in political stances. This nigga talking about, like, trans is Republican.
Yeah.
Like, he like the far left you could go is trans, and the right is gay
that's not a political stance, my guy.
Back up a second. You said something earlier saying this. I just want to stop because I'm finding my own religious footing in life, and I know that Uno's pretty religious. You know, like, can someone please tell me which God is in favor of killing people? I'm pretty sure it's in, like, Christian.
Yeah, there's only the Christian God.
But I know lots of Christians who don't shoot nobody. Like, that's my whole thing. It's like, let's just stop pretending that killing people is like a real thing.
No, this nigga's not shit. I see what he just tried to do. So he's in favor of humans killing humans. That's what Graham is talking about. I see what you try to do right there with your pagan ass.
No, the nigga loves killing. The nigga, this murders all throughout the Bible. It's whole murders.
I had to correct it real quick. Love is crazy. Now, do the nigga do it? Yeah, but I'm not gonna disagree with
it's whole. He drowned everybody on the earth, my nigga. Drowned everybody. Murder.
Yeah, they had it coming. No, I'm just kidding.
Ford says now is the worst time for get back though. Look who's in office. And he said, I said trans communist. I mean, again, that's just not a political position, but I hear it. August Browning just joined. Thank you for joining. He says, what's good, y'all? But yeah, I do worry that this is going to be we've been seeing this administration look for ways to kind of push us over the edge. And I do think that this is like, it feels more incendiary than Ashley Babbitt was. I think this is gonna lead to some crazy things, and I can't lie and say that
Or
I'm not
it
worried.
could lead to a gun control law called the Charlie Kirk gun control law. And
Yo,
if that
would be
happens,
so
I will
dope.
laugh.
That would be so dope.
hard.
Yo, the Charlie Kirk law. Yo, his
listen,
name on. Yo, I would love that.
Up is
so
down,
much.
left is right. Shit's crazy. It's
True.
possible.
You
It's
never
not
fucking
impossible.
know. You never know. Shit. Well, let us know what you think in the comments. Let us know what you think if you're watching.
I just want to know what that rock song was. I really do. I really want to know.
Yo, I mean,
Thank
yeah.
you, hurt his feelings.
I don't know what you want me to say, bro. There's plenty of rock blogs out there. Plenty of rock blogs out there. Alien Earth, episode 6. Are we caught up? Are we caught up?
Yeah, I just want to say that's the scariest shit on television.
Hey, Graham, I just talking to the homie today. I said, this is the first TV show that looks like a horror movie.
Right.
Like, shut up.
Yeah.
The production values are crazy. And can we all agree that Timothy Oliphant could literally stand next to a pile of bricks and be wildly entertaining?
Yo, that elevator scene. Oh my God.
Hey.
Oh my God.
All I'm gonna tell you. So Alien, the original Alien came out in 79, and my father took me to the Sunset Theater and seen it. I remember it. I was like, it's just crazy. The lead up to the day, I've always been a xenomorph like fanatic, right? Today, the eyeball monster is the creepiest shit.
Oh
ever.
yeah.
Okay.
He going crazy. In the sheep, he going crazy.
I have a theory.
I'm not even worried about the eyeball monster. I mean, I'm not even worried about the xenomorph no more. That motherfucking eyeball monster is so fucking smart.
Yeah.
He got some shit started.
I have a theory.
You can't trust him.
I have a theory that the eyeball monster is actually a fucking good guy because he tried to warn the doctor when the little like blood leech thing got out. It kept tapping on the window and she was like, shut the fuck up. Like, I think it's actually a good guy and it knows what the xenomorph is.
You're right. It's a good guy because it even goes on to when it took control of the other human, the engineer, right? And then it attacked the captain. It didn't kill the captain, right? But it attacked the xenomorph as soon as the xenomorph got inside the hatch, right? But I'm not fully going with it's good because it did bump that window to have him lock himself in.
I mean, any alien that tries to smile, I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to say Sanctus is the first person to die in this movie. He's like, listen, it smiled at me. So
there was a creepy smile, but a smile.
You know what I ask you guys, right? What do you think about how foul is Kurtz, right? Knowing that all this shit is going on, flying back to the island, and the boy prodigy goes, is everything all right? He goes, yeah, affirmative. And he's looking dead at the screen.
Yeah.
Everything is not all right.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. The way them things melted the little kid's face.
Yeah, but he had it coming. He had it coming.
He did. He was trying to do too
much.
So
you know what's crazy? Have you ever read the original Peter Pan?
No, it's a horror story though, right?
Yeah, it's savage, and there's so much of the original Peter Pan going on. I mean, just beyond like, you know, the fact that he's reading Peter Pan to them, but like it's also just like the level of savagery in this show is just off the chart. Where I'm like, there's never been anything like this on television.
Chanch Olives just joined. Doo-Wop in the chat. What's good, Doo-Wop? Thank you for joining. Please share if you wouldn't mind. CC laughing and said, "Not Lord dying first."
Hey. my question is, are we getting a season 2 before Romulus 2 comes out? Because they're filming Romulus 2 because it did so good, right? It's filming right now. And then also we have Predator Badlands where they're saying there's xenomorph inside there and they're gearing us up for another alien predator.
I think the person who's basically running it now has said that you will not know it's a Predator versus Alien movie until you're in it.
Okay.
They're not going to make like Alien versus Predator 3 or any of that stuff. Okay. What I think is also super interesting though is like there's word that Ridley Scott may be doing a final piece of the Prometheus trilogy called Alien Awakening.
Yeah.
And if that happens, like, boys, that franchise is a fucking mess, but like they got to figure that piece out about how it would fit into all this. Cause there's already some like, they've already done some like wiping away of Alien Resurrection, not totally, but just like little pieces of it. And I'm curious to see how they balance that out.
But I love, like, I wasn't very familiar with the concept of retconning. honestly, until I heard it on Rick and Morty, I didn't know what it was before then. But I mean, I've said this many times on this show. I think that this universe has done the best job of like retconning the right things to make it a more cohesive and a more interesting
Is
universe.
it the same universe as Blade Runner though? Because that's my question.
I think it is. Yeah, Ridley Scott said it is.
It is. Yeah, he did.
Man, what do you mean the best? What about the Fast and the Furious franchise?
How dare you?
That's more of a state than the universe.
Hey,
it's more of a small city.
They retcon the whole shit. The best ones. Come on, man. Family, niggas.
Nah, they got rid of. Didn't they retcon? They retcon Fast and the Furious 2 out of the universe, and Bow Wow was everything. What are we talking about?
I am going to make a strong statement about Fast and the Furious. Fast and the Furious is Lawrence of Arabia for idiots.
Hey, so if so, from what I was reading, they're trying to say Ridley comes back. He wants to go of what David did after Alien Covenant, because that's the big blank in the universe. They want to know where he went with them 200 them face hugger embryos and them 200 and a big old shit. We don't know where David's at with all of them.
Yeah.
And then explain this to me. Where the fuck did they go get all these aliens at for 65 years?
That's the part. We've never seen that. Because I haven't seen the whole franchise.
No. So this is what it is. This whole Alien Earth, that mission was a 65-year-old mission to find the five different species. So it's supposed to be set right before the original aliens. This whole thing is because, as in Wayland and Tawny being a powerhouse, this TV show is supposed to show how they wiped out the rest of the five.
Damn.
Like they're saying this is the first time that Wayland and Tawny, at first, like if you look at Prometheus and Covenant, it's just Wayland. It's just Wayland Enterprises. And then now it's Wayland and Tawny as a hostile takeover, and that's what goes into all the rest of the franchise, right? So we got two things going on. We got the 65 years of collecting these goddamn creatures, right? And then where is David with these embryos, right?
If you get a chance. If you get a chance, by the way, and you have Paramount Plus, watch Michael Fassbender in The Agency. That man is a fucking crazy actor. Excuse me, I'm demonetizing your stream. I've only been here for 35 minutes, but
they ain't making no money.
That dude, he's in it with Jeffrey Wright and like Dennis Quaid. It's crazy. Like it's a like a spy show, but that dude could just act anything. He can just be anybody.
Yo, that was the name of the actor. Y'all remember the other week when I was talking about how Michael Jackson had said about Chris Brown, like, what's with all the backflips? I never had to do all the backflips when I was doing it. Jeffrey Wright was the one telling that story.
Yeah. This is what I get for not tuning in. You do that one more time for me? Can I get one more Michael Jackson?
What's with all the backflips?
Nigga sound like the old grandpa from Family Guy, nigga.
I just don't know how to do the whistle like that.
You wasted
about the show. I fuck with the show. Well, let me not lie. I only watched the first episode, and I'm weird, bro. I'm a weirdo. I couldn't get past the fact. I'm gonna pick it up again, but I couldn't get past the fact that they was programming me for some pedophilia, low-key. And I didn't like that.
All of Alien is about capitalism and sexual assault. Like, honestly, if you go back and watch the original, the entire thing is an allegory for sexual assault. Yeah,
I didn't like that. So it was fucking with me a little bit. And I was like, so, because this girl's bad, but you just took her from a little kid. So, like, I'm over here looking like this is really a 2-year-old. Really, she 5 years old, but like, she bad. And I was like, nah, I can't.
That's why we just in case you just coming in, we're talking about Alien Earth. We are not talking about bad 5-year-olds.
Well, I felt the same way. I felt the same way in Invincible. Like, excuse me.
Bless you.
The character. Thank you. The character that when she uses her power, she gets younger.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
Like, how do you like get love? You know what I mean? Like, how you dating a kid? Like, You really
mean, that's the
dating the
same thing
child?
with
Like that?
Are we about to have the
But
clerks
she's not.
conversation about like the Hulk and whether the Hulk would actually like shatter someone with his dick if he got angry in the middle
No,
of sex?
that's been settled. We all know that would happen for sure.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know
but-
the case law was done. I didn't know the jury was back.
But speaking of, I mean, we didn't have Graham here yesterday. So Graham, like your thoughts on this Epstein birthday book, bro. Your thoughts. Are you up on it?
Yeah, I'm up on it. I mean, despite the fact that I'm not on the air as much, I'm definitely reading a lot about the law still, sometimes more than I would like. It looks like a duck. It walks like a duck. It's probably a duck, you know, and the fact that he's now suddenly like Trump is suddenly like, it's a settled issue. I'm not talking about it anymore. Tells me that his attorneys told him to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I think that's the weirdest thing is like the way he's protesting is like, because again, like Chris Tucker's in the birthday book. Michael Jackson's dead, but Chris Tucker's in the birthday book. That doesn't mean that like you were doing foul shit necessarily.
I like to remind
But it's
people
when you start to protest, then it's like, I don't know.
I'd like to remind people that right before Trump clinched the Republican nomination in, 2015, there was a woman who had filed a lawsuit as a Jane Doe claiming that he had raped her at an Epstein party when she was 13 years old.
Yeah.
And they ran her and her attorney like out of the fucking country. They were like, they found out who she was and they made her life miserable. So like, looks like a duck, walks like a duck, talks like a duck. It's not a platypus, bro. It's a duck.
Factual. Yo, it's the big check for the $22,500 that took me out, bro. That's what took me out. Like,
that's an expensive ass massage.
Yo, I feel like that's a cheap price for a human. Honestly, that's like a crazy price for a human. I think that was offensive. If you cut a check for $22,500 to buy me, we gonna fight. That's offensive.
Hey, I got a question for Graham. Graham, what's up with the Love Connection podcast? That y'all still cracking over there?
Yeah, we're doing it on Sundays now, just so to make our lives a little easier. And both Key and I ended up moving really close to each other. I know this isn't the same background that I had. I moved to a new location.
I like what it's looking like back there, though.
Yeah, we're having some respective issues with our landlords at our various places, so we're trying to figure those out. Landlords are unscrupulous in LA, guys. I don't know what to tell you.
It's only gonna get worse.
I was gonna ask you, what's been one of the best topics on your guys' show?
Well, right now, I mean, one of the things I'm most looking forward to is that we've actually got some guests lined up, hopefully in the near future. I have a friend who's like 35 and a doctor, and she wants to come on and talk about the nightmare that is dating at 35 when you're a professional and you've got your bunch of stuff to do. But honestly, like the best conversation we had was probably like last week. We got back on the air for the first time in almost a month, and we talked a little bit about kind of what's been going on in life and like things to look out for. So without getting too much into it with your audience, I'm no longer going to be a dad for a little while. We had something happen and we talked about
sorry to hear
what led to that and why we were off the air for so long, but also like the mental health aspect of it, like how you have to deal with loss like that and do it in a productive way. And then like pro tip to anyone who wants to get pregnant, go get your genetic tests. They are worth every single penny. Plus they'll make you feel great about yourself. I found out I have way less cancer genes than my mom. And I was like, sweet, I'll have a cigarette and a drink now.
That's good to know, but I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, I hate to hear that.
Thanks, man.
That's heavy.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out where I fit to come get my love advice.
Well, yeah, before you ask another question, why don't you explain what the podcast is and, for those that don't know.
Yeah, it's two putzes sitting around giving dating advice. So Key is a lot younger than me. I am a lot older than Key. We have very different life paths, but the thing we agree on is that like there are good and there are very definitively bad behaviors in dating. And we talk about we kind of actually got a great format now. One is we do the word of the week. We each come up with a made up word for dating, like a dating term, and we give it a meaning, which is always really funny. Then we each do a breakup story, which is like a time that someone broke up with us or we broke up with someone that was hilarious. And then we got into like questions, right? Like things that are really skill based that people can learn about dating that will help them have more success in dating or at least be happier being alone.
Okay. Very dope. Very dope. Yeah, like I think the podcast game is like changed so much since I think we've all got started. But I do think that you guys are in a unique lane because the conversation that like my feed is oversaturated with is the gender war situation. Like all I see is like the divide between like is rage bait for the opposite sex. Like you'll never believe what she said about how all men should die, or you'll never believe that he said this about men
Can
and
we
women.
agree that the gender war, if anybody here's a wrestling fan remembers the Doomsday Cage, like the Doomsday Cage, the gender war.
Hey, some of my favorite.
But I mean, I bring all that up to ask, like, where do you stand? I don't know if you've seen this conversation, so have you seen it first of all?
I am off social media. I have never been more mentally healthy and able to deal with shit because I'm not on there. But I will say that, like, I call you a cheese sandwich if that makes you happy. It is not my business what anybody feels about their own gender or how they feel about other genders. That being said, if you think all of anybody are shit, you should address your own mental health because not all of anybody is anything.
Right. As more so the conversation, let me niche it down. Let me hone it. So it's more so the conversation of the biggest conversation I see is like women wanting a soft life, meaning that they want everything paid for. They want a man to be a provider, a protector, and a teacher or some shit like that. And then men are basically divesting from dating because they're saying that like basically they're tired of being looked at as a wallet, and it's like unrealistic for anybody to expect one person to pay for everything. And like, what do I get in exchange? So a lot of men are divesting from dating, especially in Gen Z.
Graham's rule. Well, I have a lot of thoughts, but Graham's rule 4,426. Anything you see on the internet, it's highly suspect that anybody actually thinks that because so much of the internet is just the internet creating more, like you said, rage bait to generate stuff. I'll tell you right now, like I have never met a woman who, was like, I absolutely don't want to work ever. I don't want to contribute anything. I'm sure they exist, but I've just never met one. And so I have a hard time believing that the majority of women believe this, but also like Gen Z's got a lot of problems, man. I feel really bad for this generation, not because anybody set them up to fail or anything. I just kind of think that like they grew up on the hardest of hardcore porn that was directly available to them all the time. They grew up with shootings in their schools. So they grew up really fast. They grew up with meth and all kinds of drugs that we never had to deal with that weren't at least that prevalent in our schools. They never got a chance to even be kids. And so, yeah, I imagine that like you end up with some real polar opposites there of guys that are like, fuck this, I'm not your wallet. And women being like, fuck, I just want to feel some comfort or something. And I'm sure that turns everybody on everybody else. But like, again, if you think that all women are shitty gold diggers, see to your mental health. And if you think all men are just sexist pigs, see to your mental health. Like date different people.
I was just going to, you phrased it way better than me. I was just going to say, niggas act like they've dated the 7 billion people in the world.
Listen, like, our body count's probably up there between the two of us.
Yeah, it's up there, gang. But like, I would actually wish. I'm here for the Lil Wayne song. I want to fuck every girl in the world. You know what I mean? I'm here for it. But at the end of the day, it's crazy that people be so like quick to stand on whatever side and like speak it with they style like it's the truth. Like, yeah. Bro, my girl don't ask me for a single cent. Like a single cent. Like what I choose to do is what I choose to do. So like you niggas are going off of situations that only you've experienced. Stop going off of that and maybe look outside of what your connections are, nigga. If you in the club every night and you expecting a bottle service bitch to not be a bottle service bitch, then go to a new bitch. Like, I don't know what we're like. Our thought process be fucked up.
The gender war.
But I will say, look, as the single one of the single ones on this panel, I have, and I do think it's I do think it's because of the internet.
Yes,
women that I meet, they have at least tried, not all of them, but there have been ones that have tried to like float this idea by where like I'll cook, I'll clean in your house that you pay rent for, and you know, you do all the money things and I'll keep your house tidy. It's like, you know, I live here by myself. I don't need you to do that. Like you're just proposing to be an extra bill in a nice way. Like I'm not
But
saying that
that's not what you like.
I'm not saying that's a no, but
I
I
will
am
be
saying
right back. I got to do something real fast. I
for
will be right
sure.
back.
For sure. I'm not saying
Yeah,
that's a
that's not
no.
what you like to do, but I don't feel like there's like we had this conversation. I don't think, yeah, that's not what you like. There is somebody that does like, what are you looking for? And then that, you know, that there will be someone that aligns with looking for what you need. I just think we're quick to just put everybody in a box. Like CC don't fall under that same box that another girl in this chat may fall under. So it's like, but and they're two and they're in the same city, maybe. Like we just have to.
Well, for me, I'm not trying to
right.
put anybody in a box, but I am saying that, like, what I am saying is that I see.
I don't mean
that-
it in that way, Big Mike. I'm just saying because she says she's not monogamous. I'm going off of what she. Look at you. Look at you.
This ball.
I see that.
I'm doing it off her because I know she's in the chat mode.
What did you just tell me a minute ago? But when I get mine on Friday, it's a problem.
Yeah. Always come back to my shit. I'm Dennis Rodman. I'm always gonna come back to rebound my shit. Let her know I'm still grabbing. Go ahead.
No, what I'm seeing is that behavior is more prevalent than it was than I saw it in the past. That's all. I'm not trying to say everybody's that, but I do hear. I never heard the term soft life before a year ago, and now damn near every woman I talk to is looking for the soft life, and they clocking it. You know what I'm saying? And they clocking it. Yes.
Explain this soft girl era to me. I'm in my soft girl era because bitches.
Well, I know the soft girl era. I know that. Like I assume
explain that to me though. Explain it to your old homie.
Yeah. So as far as I understand it, is basically they want to live a soft life, meaning they don't want to do any kind of hard or manual labor. Like they want to basically have their femininity unlocked by somebody who will come and take care of all their problems, pay for all their bills, which will allow them to relax and be more feminine and do whatever the feminine duties.
I just got jury duty.
Damn.
Ooh.
I'm so glad I'm a convicted felon when it comes to.
But yeah, that's basically it.
So thanks for explaining that to me. So you girls, just to let you know, it's hard over here. You're not gonna get the soft girl era. I'm gonna stay single and just be ready for the boats and hoes. If you miss that, it's boats and hoes with Big Mike. Yeah, be ready to be a sister wife because I'm gonna be buying hoes.
Cece says, I never had a soft girl anything in my life, so I don't know what the fuck those bitches are talking about. But I think that's the craziest thing about it to me is like I don't think anybody since like 2008 has had a soft life if you haven't been making, you know, $250,000 a year. So I get the desire to want to have that, but I just think the expectations should be managed. But to Graham's point about Gen Z, that I did hear something earlier that gave me more empathy for Gen Z that I didn't really recognize, because I see Gen Z like switch between identities a lot. So, you know, you'll see a Gen Z be an e-girl, then they'll be into hip hop, then they'll be into grunge, and then they'll be into fucking anime and all that shit. And like they'll kind of just switch identities. And before I used to really judge that, but I was watching a video essay that said because their only community is online, that's them kind of figuring out who their identity is. Like there aren't those spaces that they can go to necessarily to like be a part of those communities in person. And so a lot of it is watching content of the past and being like, oh, I associate with Blink 182 or, you know, and the Warped Tour, but I didn't get to experience the Warped Tour at its height. Or I'm a break dancer because I saw Radiotron on fucking TikTok, but there is no Radiotron anymore. There's only Red Bull breakdancing competition. I can't afford to fly to fucking Germany to see that shit. So they kind of move around in these different identities to figure out who they are. And because they didn't get to have the experiences that, you know, the older generation had, we should probably give them more grace. And to me, that made a lot of sense. I never really thought about it like that before, honestly.
I get never seeing it from that perspective, but I think when I think of shit like that, I just think of like nigga how I was raised. Like I don't think that's a Gen Z thing. I think that's just a life thing. Like hella niggas went through hella phases of growing up, and that's not because of the internet. That's just I know niggas that was game bangers, that was skaters. Like you was skating one day, and then now you a gangbanger, and you was a blood, and now you a crip. I just think that's just natural.
But I think that the difference is like they were actually skating and they were around gangsters, whereas like how many niggas do you know that have never been around gangsters that'll throw up a sign that they don't even know what it means and they'll be wearing a red rag and crip walking. You know what I'm saying?
There's no more gangsters like that. I mean, I think that comes to like point that we're in life right now. I don't think it's like necessarily, but yeah, I mean, I hear you.
Yeah, and so I mean, I just think that unlocked a layer of empathy for Gen Z a little bit for me because I be having hard times relating to these niggas sometimes. So
I realized earlier when I was like, I can't deal with the realization I had, and I kind of came into it with myself. I was getting frustrated with my little brother, and I was like, why the fuck is this nigga so antisocial? And I had to realize, well, you antisocial, nigga, because everything you do is watching other niggas live their life. You watch porn, you don't get no pussy. You watch YouTube niggas play video games, you don't play no video games. You watch niggas partying, you watch CONNECTTHECOAST, you don't go to parties. Like you watch niggas get fresh. So that's how you get fresh. Like I always kind of emulated that kind of what's going on right now. Like my daughter don't even watch movies and shows. She just watch niggas opening Labubus. Like, so now you want a Labubu. Like, so I think that's kind of where it's at. But I always kind of picture that as everywhere. Like when Blink 182 was actually hot, you really had gangsters in LA really wanting to be punk rockers and vice versa. Like, so I don't know. I think that's just kind of growing up as a kid kind of.
True, but I do think it hits it hits a little different. Like, for instance, I learned to be hip hop and live hip hop by like I was going to fucking the fucking Murder Dog Awards and the fucking there's other hip Source Awards and XXL Awards and
the Ozone Awards when they had
Ozone Awards in Texas. Yes, I went to that for sure. Like
that shit right there.
Crazy. So like,
but I don't like to use our experiences because like that was why I made a joke about Big Mike. I was just making a joke, but our experiences are unique to us, and so like
not really though, because like those are things that
I'm so hip hop, and I didn't go to none of the awards.
But
so, like,
I think that's a little before your time. But my point is like there were more things that you could just buy a ticket to. Like as a fan of hip hop, I could see this in a magazine, pay a ticket to go to it, and really be immersed in the culture in a way that a lot of people don't have the opportunity to do now, where it's just one thing. Like now everything is an amalgamation of everything else. So like even if you get like if you're a fan of hip hop, you're probably going to experience it at Coachella, and it's not just going to be a hip hop thing. You're probably going to experience it at fucking what's the big hip hop festival?
Well, there ain't no more.
Rolling Loud, but that's not necessarily like a hip hop festival. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm not saying there aren't those things, but everything's kind of blurred together, and the discovery process is you do less work, so you're less committed to these identities. And I feel like whereas I looked at that as them being posers, that might not necessarily be the case, is what I'm saying. Like they're just figuring it out in a different way.
They also don't have any culture of their own, right? Like you talk about this all the time. The internet is corrosive to culture, so they haven't developed anything of their own. It's all just stuff that's left over. And I think that Uno is also right too. It's another great example of two things being right or two things being true. Like if all you know is how to consume, it makes it very hard to create. And that is all I mean, like I cannot. I play Magic the Gathering. I've been playing Magic the Gathering for 30 years. I do not understand how there are fucking YouTube channels with billions of followers where they open packs. Like, go get yourself a pack of Magic the Gathering cards and do it yourself. It's way more fun. They're like, nope, I just want to watch it. Okay.
Yeah. It's a goddamn different time for sure. Luigi, what's good? Thank you for joining. Andrew B. Gangster, thank you for joining. Just B, thank you for joining. He says, is the phone/internet getting everybody in their own echo chambers? Everybody cucking it through the screen. That's true. Gia, thank you for joining. Trap says, what up, straight lace? And CC says, what are you talking about? to X Just B. Let us know what you think in the chat. We covered a bunch of topics, so go ahead and hit the rewind button to cover them all. In the meantime, Graham, let them know how they can support your music.
You can find me on YouTube. It's still on the same YouTube channel as I was before. Just look for the podcast called Is This Love? And other than that, you can find me on Substack. I don't think anybody's on that platform. So. But other than that, you can't find me anywhere. I don't want to be online, and I don't want to be found.
I feel it. Big Mike, let the people know how they can support what you got going on.
I need some parlay money.
Buy a shirt.
Buy a motherfucking shirt. Yeah, man, straight dates, no chase around all platforms, man. Catch me here Monday to Friday, dodging bullets from my nigga.
You don't even know my fucking name, bitch.
Oh, I know. That little light bitch Uno from 7 Records.
Oh, damn. Uno, let the people know how they can support your movement.
Yeah, man. Make sure you subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/7 p.m. New episode will be up tomorrow. And then new Bats album is out, so make sure you go get that. And tell me what you think, you know what I mean? And then after that, go support and get ready for Back from the Dirt. I feel the Driller. That shit is about to be crazy as fuck. And then, some new news about to be released. And then I'm here Monday to play with the game,
Yes, sir. Graham, thank you for joining. We appreciate you
having me,
coming
guys.
on last minute. And I'll see y'all tomorrow, fellas, all right?
Yada.
Hey.
CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast. My name is the Holy Lord Sanctus, God of the Coast, your host on the only radio station that plays 805 music and brings you 805 culture and news. If you like what we do and you want to support the stream, the best way to do that is to visit our website and become a member. That's connect.club, CONNXT.club. And we'll be back tomorrow night, 5 p.m. Pacific time. Don't forget, Cav just dropped new music and merch for his song Cheeks, featuring the name Uno. It's a G-Funk classic, so go ahead and get that. Only available at our website. And make sure you go check out Cece's blog about the origins of 805 music. It's available on our website right now, and a whole lot more content is over there, y'all. So go support. We will see you guys tomorrow night, 5 p.m. Pacific time. Everybody have a fantastic evening. Don't drink and drive. Deuces.
And I'ma kill it. I stay in the mouth just like a dentist late night. But ain't no telling when we gon' be finished. Frontline, and we gon' see the battle of the streets. 100 freaks, 100 cheeks, they always twerking on my meat. I'm a savage. I stay with a little fucking stallion with a wagon. And she gon' ride this dick just like a carriage. I ain't average. King with the freaks, and you know I live in a palace. So much buns, I'ma need another salad.
I got what you need.